So I wanted to do a little explanation of my project, what it's about, what it's going to be, and the basic story behind it while I'm doing a scene from my illustrative book. So my project specifically is going to be an illustrated book, and it's going to be about xenophobia. And if you don't know what that is, it's the fear/hatred of foreigners/strangers. And this project was heavily inspired about the situations that are happening after the referendum and after the coronavirus outbreak, as there has been a 300% increase in discrimination and crime against East Asian people, such as they had the mask pulled down, told to go back to their country, and being attacked simply for being East Asian. My story in particular, though, is about xenophobia in schools, specifically when children speak in a different language. It's quite heavily inspired by personal experience of mine, as I'm Polish, and it's an experience that I had with a teacher while I was in primary school. And in this story, there's a character called Kinga, who's the main character, and she is teaching or / explaining to a bunch of younger students explaining to them their lesson, as they wouldn't understand it and they don't have any younger siblings to explain it for them. Behind her, though, is my character, Miss Pigeon, who is a teacher who does not like that Kinga is speaking in a different language, as she thinks that she's influencing them in a wrong way and, not letting them learn and things like that. And so this is that specific scene. A little further into my explanation of my story. This is not from this scene, but it's a further on continuation of this. What happens in this scene and the scene beforehand is that King is explaining an English lesson to a bunch of kids who wouldn't understand exactly all of it. Further on in the story, though, Kinga is being harassed and insulted by the teacher, Miss Pigeon, on how she shouldn't be speaking that language, and if she's not willing to speak English and understand with everyone else, she should go back to her country. And yes, as it's something that I've been told when I was speaking Polish, and I wanted to put a little bit of that into my illustrated story. Further on within the story, while she's being also insulted, she does ask Miss Pigeon why she's specifically targeting her, and her actions and words are very xenophobic. And I wanted to include that word xenophobic in my illustrative story specifically because you don't really see it much in books or animations. You have fake explanations of what's happening, or you have it in a way metaphorized. I'm not sure if that's a real word or not, but it's in a sense of like you create a topic, but you do it in a sense that it's not what's actually happening, but it's just people pretending like a traumatic event, and they're doing that in a sense of a flower wilting, that kind of thing. But I wanted to specifically focus on the actual word and what it means and how it's bad and wrong, essentially. Thank you for watching as I do my illustration, and thank you for listening to my explanation of the story, and I really hope you enjoy the final product. Bye bye!